friends, and thanks for joining me. And guess what just happened recently? Okay, so I was just hanging out at home. I was just getting ready to do some work from home. And my dad calls me and he's like, hey, you need to come over to Walmart right now. There's some tires that are on clearance. And so I show up and he's like, yeah, these tires are such a great deal. Because I've been needing tires for a little while. Okay, before I get too far into this and people get upset with me, my dad has a different theory on how to do things than I do. So he has told me since before winter, you should probably get some new tires because he's the real proactive type, you know? It's getting close to where they're gonna get, you know, to the legal limit soon, and so you might as well do it now. And I'm more of the use it up and wear it out and wait until it actually needs done and then doing it, you know, push it a little bit further, but not to the point where it's dangerous. Do you see what I'm saying? We have two different personalities there. So he was telling me to get them before winter so you're not sliding around, and I'm like, but they're still perfectly legal. I'm not, you know, pushing it until they are no longer legal, but I'm gonna at least push them to where they're closer, because I knew I had, you know, at least a good 5,000 miles before they would get to, you know, the tread level to where it was to that, like, you know, legal limit. So there you go. He has been telling me to get new tires for a little while, but I was putting it off. Anyway, so when he went to Walmart and then he saw this set of tires on clearance, you know, of course he was excited and told me to come get them now. And by now they are pretty close to where we were getting, you know, to where we needed to get them. So anyway, the tires, long story short, he told me they were $100 each and that they were on clearance for $25. And so I was excited. I took a picture of them, I posted them to Instagram, and then I saw the display. And so I wasn't trying to mislead you guys, my Instagram followers. But they were actually $99 per tire on clearance for $25. So yeah, there was a little bit of a discrepancy there. So sorry about that. Again, I wasn't trying to mislead you. I posted that before I actually saw the display as to where they were. So I didn't really know. I was doing the best I could with the information that my dad gave me. But anyway, this definitely got me thinking, you know, when is the best time to buy different clearance things? Because there are times when there are some seriously deep discounts available, and, you know, it would be nice to know when that is. Well, first of all, definitely the best time to buy things that you really need is when you need them. If my tires didn't have, you know, like I said, about 5,000 miles before they were to the legal limit, then it would have been good to have bought them before the winter, because that's when we would have needed them. You know, that's going to prevent accidents and, you know, keep you safe and everybody else on the road safe, that sort of stuff. So if there is something that's, you know, absolutely needed, of course, that's something that, you know, definitely get it when you need it. But if it's one of those things where you can kind of put it off, use it up, wear it out, sort of, you know, then, you know, if there's a better time when you could like wait a little longer and then get a better discount on them, then, you know, there are definitely times when that sort of stuff, you know, can happen. You know, you can get some good, you know, clearances and discounts and things. So I have observed that it seems like when we get the biggest discounts on things is when the new model stuff comes out or seasons change. So, you know, when the end of the season winter stuff is out, that's when all the winter stuff gets clearanced. Or when it's the end of the season summer stuff, you know, middle of the summer when they're trying to get rid of the summer stuff because they need to get the winter clothes in for the back to school, that sort of stuff. So as the seasons are changing, that can be a good time to get those sort of seasonal items. You know, patio furniture, grills, that sort of stuff. More like middle of the season, middle of the summer. That sort of stuff. So that's just a personal observation. When the new models come out, that's the other one where you can actually get some really cool discounts then. And I actually found out that April is when the new versions of the tires come out. So what my tires were clearanced for was because those were a, you know, last year's sort of model. They're getting the new ones in, and so they just needed to get rid of them, and that's why they put them on nearly 75% off, which is great. Like, seriously, instead of $100, $99 per tire times 4, $25 per tire, making it to where it was $100 for a set of 4 was a fantastic deal. So I was really excited about that. So I know you're seeing this video in May. There are a bunch of tires that are still on clearance over there because it's sort of end of April when Walmart was doing that. Actually, all throughout April they were kind of doing that. So that's really cool. Let's see, January. January is an excellent time to get a lot of like fitness gear and stuff like that. A lot of that sort of stuff goes on clearance, but also furniture. Like when my husband and I bought a new bed a long time ago, we actually bought it in January because it was, again, a last year's model. So we ended up getting like a $1,200 mattress for like $400 because, again, it was just that last year's model thing. And so it was cool. It was in their clearance room section and it really worked for us. And I'm still really happy with it, even though we've owned it for like, gosh, I don't even know, 6 or 7 years, maybe even a little longer. So yeah, that's a good time of year to get that sort of stuff. February is a good time to get, you know, like TVs and stuff because they're gearing up for Super Bowl parties and things like that. And that's another time when a lot of, you know, the last year's models on those can be coming out. So that's a good time to look for clearance for those. October is the time of year when the last year's models of appliances go on sale. So if you're looking for a new appliance, you know, and it hasn't died again, that falls in the category again of if you need it, buy it. But you know, if you just were hoping to get a new upgraded fridge or, you know, stove or whatever, you know, October might be a good time of year to look for, you know, appliances and things like that. Oh, or holiday stuff. Let me talk about that really quick. After the holiday is actually a really good time to get, you know, a lot of that stuff because they slash that stuff way down. It's like the day after, you know, whatever the holiday is, Christmas or Easter or whatever, everything is marked down to like 75% off. And so if you're into holiday decorating, I'm not at all, but if you are into holiday decorating, you know, you can get all sorts of cool stuff, you know, for a whole lot cheaper just by waiting until after that holiday and then stocking up, and then you'll have a ton of stuff, you know, ready to go for the next year. So yeah, you can make your money go a lot further when you wait for clearance sales and things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you really quickly. Hopefully that was helpful to you. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.